It's a vibe all the time. It's no surprise.
Hello, welcome to Good Vibe Goddess Tarot. So today I'm gonna use my alien deck. She had made an appearance before. Well, card wise, I guess. Not like deck wise, but yeah, we're gonna see what she has to say today. Oh, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, and that's okay if it doesn't. You know, you can go find another place that does resonate with you. Find another video that does. But yeah, at the bottom of the deck we have protection, harmony, and idealism. There we go. So behind that, oh shit, we have the tree of life. Life lessons, emergence. Okay. So it could be well, you are protected while learning your life lessons, or they were trying to say you're protected in life and sorry, moving the table. Oh, oh, bitch, she's shaking the table. Came Michelle. But oh yeah, me moving the table. Things could be get a little bit shaken up, little stirred. You know, the tower and change, transformation, the death card. You know, just part. You know, life lessons. It's the major arcana cards is the tree of life, pretty much. And I have that tarot card deck too. But could be saying you, well, not even could be saying, it's saying that you're, you know, things, like I was saying, like things may be a little bit rocky, things maybe seem a little bit shaken, but once you become more aligned to, you know, or learn your soul's lessons and more aligned to your soul's purpose and your path that you're supposed to be on in life, you know, things feel less and less like distracting or disturbing. So let's see what comes out. I don't really have a question or anything to say. But let's see what message they have in store for us today. Okay, so we have predator survival terranians, reptilians, and then at the bottom of the deck we have controlling drama, conflict of interest. Ooh, so predator and survival and conflict of interest could be somebody trying to like invade your space, or because it could be you're trying to blend in as a survival technique where you don't need to blend in. That can, you know, be causing a conflict of interest. That's one thing. Another thing is someone could be invading your space and you're not speaking up for yourself, or, you know, standing in your power, setting strong boundaries with them, and you're viewing them as a predator that's interrupting like your day-to-day or how you survive, and that's, you know, causing problems for you. Ooh. Now we have air element, philosophy, discrimination, and empathy. And then at the bottom of the deck we have strength, courage, and bravery. So it could be that you need to understand, because empathy is like understanding both sides, but you like, and having sympathy for people, right? And sometimes that can bite us in the butt, okay? If you like, some people take your kindness for weakness, right? And oh, we also have like the discrimination here, and we have that predator, like I was saying. Um, and it might be time to like speak up for yourself and even understand where they coming from, but you have to understand where you coming from too. Like you can't just be letting people walk all over you, and to affect what you need to survive, because it's like it somehow bothers them that you need boundaries to survive, or you need to have certain boundaries with them in order to function. That's discrimination is pretty much you allow like a certain group of people to do certain things, but then you won't allow that other group to do it, right? Or allow somebody else to do it, but you allow this one person to do it. But anybody else that do it is a predator and shouldn't do it and shouldn't be around you. Then have everyone that does that one thing not be around you, you know? I'd rather, like, for me, for an example, I don't like tomatoes. Well, raw tomatoes. Like, if it's ketchup, I'm fine. Or marinara sauce, like, whatever, it's fine. But if you give me a salad and it has tomatoes in it, I'm gonna pick it out, okay? Every time. I'm not gonna discriminate and just be like, oh, it's fine. I'm gonna eat the tomatoes here. No, I'm gonna pick it out every time. I'm gonna pick it out every time. I'm gonna put no tomatoes every time. Like, I'm not discriminating against any restaurant or any place. Like, I'm just not gonna eat those tomatoes. Okay. And then we have philosophy, releasing karma, and mysterialism. Mystiqueism. Mystery? Whatever. And there we go. We have philosophy twice. So, could be like your thought process. Ooh, what's at the bottom of the deck? Feeling safe, wisdom keeper, and concern. Right? Like with the philosophy coming up twice, it could be like your thought process for like certain people. You allow certain people to get away with like things that you won't allow other people to get away with. And it might be time to let that go and release with releasing karma. And at the bottom of the deck we had, protected and learning life lessons. And emergence, which is pretty much mind, body, and soul tying together. Well, all connected, and you being balanced, and learning that you learned the lessons that you needed to learn, you moving forward, paying off karmic debts, if you had any. If you don't have any, you're fine. But if you had karmic debt, right, and you paid it off, then you released it. You don't have to, you're not stuck in that cycle anymore. You can, it's like a contract. You're no longer in that contract. You don't have to continue to buy that contract. And that could lead to like new beginnings for you. Like a lot of new beginnings. Open a lot of windows and doors for you. Because see how like they have like little bubbles behind there, and this person, well, this alien, not person, is in a bubble, and it says feeling safe, wisdom keeper, and concern. Like you're feeling safe in your bubble and talking to other people, and like you have your boundaries and your little bubble. You don't allow, like, you won't allow certain people to get too close to you or stuff like that. You will allow ooh, it poked out again. controlling and drama and conflict of interest. Those people that's trying to control you, you set a boundary, you have your little bubble up that, and have them outside of it and protect yourself from the drama on them trying to control you, and setting stronger boundaries for yourself and moving forward, because under was responsibility and lessons in growing up, and but the conflict of interest and controlling and drama wanted to pop out too. So it could be that you need to take responsibility and realize that you could be allowing, and like the philosophy that you have, like the morals that you have, or like the code that you have, or you might be discriminating like certain people or certain group of people rather than the actual problem. Like, for an example, like sometimes people in like certain relationships, when people cheat, they blame the girl rather than like blaming both the boyfriend and the girl, right? They just blame the side chick, but then it's like, blame both. I don't know. I don't. You could blame both, or you can simply just blame the dude because, let's say the dude didn't tell the girl he had a girlfriend. So it wasn't like she purposely became the side chick. She was lied to too. There's certain things that you could be overlooking and refusing to understand, which causing you to discriminate and not learn the lessons that you need to learn. Let's see if there's anything else. Okay. We have Mantis being, as soon as I pick up the card. Okay. We have Mantis being is all about like sensitivity. We're being sensitive. And at the bottom of the deck, we have water element, reflection, kindness, and compassion. So, okay. So with the Mantis being and like the water element at the bottom of the deck, is once you release this karma, like what I was saying before, like pay your karmic debt for like past wrongs, or like even now, like you can still get karma. Sometimes it hits you right away. Sometimes it just racks up and then like hit you. So, but it definitely comes to you no matter what. But it's like once you release it and learn the lessons that you need to learn, and you grow up, take responsibility for you. But you need to take responsibility, which is for your actions, your feelings, your life. You move on, because you see how, again, the bubbles, and there's two bubbles here. You start moving on to new things. And because with the sensitivity here, what I was saying, like with empath, they see both sides of, they understand what other people is going through because they are sensitive, highly super sensitive to people feelings and energy, stuff like that. So if this predator, or you viewing somebody as a predator, as an empath, you are highly sensitive to that. You're going to pick up on that. You're not going to feel like safe, secure, and stable. So you best to remove yourself from that person. And then once you remove yourself from that person, you feel better, you feel lighter. You're not going to want other people, even close to that person or remind you of that person, to also be around you either. You be in a whole different frequency, high, like vibration, higher, and moving on to something better or continue moving on to something better. See how he has a cup, okay? Cups are intuition, feelings, water, okay? And you're reflecting on it, okay? You're reflecting back on your past and the philosophy that you might be having with certain people, and how that philosophy probably caused you to carpet sweep or allow certain people to do certain things that you are not really fond of. And ooh, hit the camera. It's time to release that and, raise your vibrations to find a better outlook or a better way to survive, rather than just surviving, okay, just trying to survive through the day. You actually living life and enjoying the life that you are living, being happy, Then we have Alpha Draconian, corrupted, unethical, cult, gray shorts, timid, misunderstood, and oh, let me show you the cards. Timid, misunderstood, and shy. It came out together, so I'm gonna read them together. And then we have, it came back. Pentagon, harmony, protection, and idealism. And at the bottom of the deck, we have mystery, reading between the lines, and intuition. Right, so let's say, because with the whole reading between the lines and your intuition, like let's say you was very intuitive. You was able to pick up on certain things with this air element here, right? And you could pick up on certain things with the empath here, and certain people try to use your kindness as a weakness. That's what I was trying to say before, and try to corrupt you or use you or manipulated you, like with unethical things or stuff like that. Or try to control you, which is unethical, and try to corrupt you and try to become something that you're not, right? And it's your responsibility to, realize that if someone wants to change you into something that you're not, it's best to just walk away, because will never be happy with who you are, right? Or what you're bringing to the table, because you will never be that thing, right? Oh, like in Love and Blind, or season 3, one couple, right? Even though it's love is blind, right? Love is blind. You don't see the person. Even at love at first sight, you don't see the person till, till you get married, the wedding day. And you don't know if they're your type or if they're not your type. So to then say, well, looks matter is kind of weird and confusing, because you came on Love is Blind for a reason, not to get your regular degular type, And it could be you're letting people that are your type get away with certain things because they are your type, where they're really just trying to use you right now. Another thing with this misunderstood and intuition and mystery, let's say like you can pick up on certain things, and with the whole empath here, and with the mystery coming out twice, so you either can pick up on certain things and probably say certain things, right? And was very misunderstood because of the certain things that you can do. And people, let's say, try to cast you away or try to control you and trying to change you to something that you're not. But that wasn't working or couldn't have worked, let's say, because you were like divinely protected to, like, you was given these abilities to protect you and to be used for good, not evil, right? So if they make or try to make you feel weird or cast you away or push you aside and try to change you into something that you're not going to be happy because you're becoming something that you're not. And then you start losing your abilities because that's not what your abilities was really used for. And it's just like, you're not who you okay, you can't do what you used to do because you're not who you are anymore. You're a whole different person. They don't know this persona, okay, or this this ego person that's standing in front of them. Like, you have to be yourself and be balancing yourself to be able to get the messages and pick up the messages clearly and read them effectively to see through corruption rather than misunderstanding it and saying like, oh, like trying to see it for something that it's not. You see it as like what it is, because underneath that was a third eye, which is all about like visions, and you see reading through the lines. Third eye is all about intuition and stuff like that. And empaths also feel the things that aren't really said. They feel the things that aren't said. They feel a lot of things, okay? It's a lot, okay? And we feel it very intensely. Sometimes you could, like, we feel it more than you will feel it. And like, if you're crying, we might also cry. And depending on what you're crying on, I might laugh. I'm gonna be honest, because it's just like I don't know what to do. But you know, if some people sometimes people try to fake cry. I had that happen to me before. You know, they try to like apologize and give fake tears. If I'm an empath, you know, well, at that time, I guess my whole empath abilities was always there. I'll just sit there and look at you because your tears don't mean anything to me, and that's pretty much what you're relaying to me at that point in time. This apology means nothing. So it's just like, you know, that's not. I didn't misunderstood anything. I didn't misunderstand the situation. The situation was what it was. You know. So they can probably try to like, let's say they try to like not be your friend or reject you, because you see how here, well, up here the reptile's head was like turned this way, but now it's turned this way, and well, he's looking away from you, and the grays are also looking in that direction. And let's say that some people try to cast you away, won't even like look at you, or won't even want to be your friend or even talk to you. That rejection was your protection. You don't have to be friends with somebody that try to make you feel insecure or inferior to them, because everyone is equal. And especially if like everyone is equal, but it's just like some people, they be on a high horse for no reason, and I'm just like, well, why? So it's just, you know, bring it down a couple of notches. But then, you know, if you try to tell them like, bro, you have this high horse for no reason, let's bring it down. You're the problem because they can't control you or try to, you know, convince you that they're better than you. Let them go. Release that. Move on. Find people that are gonna, you know, resonate with you, be on the same level as you. Not feel like they have to compete with you or keep you stuck in your mind, manipulate you in a way, shape, or form to still be their friend. And then we have shadow self, denial, projection, and shame. What I said before, with you, with the fake tears, like an empath can pick up if you're projecting, right? And then it's just like if you are projecting and like they're stable and grounded in themselves, and say like I'm not absorbing that, I'm not going to take anybody else's energy, I'm simply just focus on me and focus on my energy and what I got to deal with right now, nobody else's. They can project all they want, it's not going to affect you. Like that fake tears, you can cry all you want, I don't care, your tears mean nothing to me, right? And that's unethical and trying to corrupt me and motivate, like manipulate me into thinking that I'm also sorry. Here's tears to show it. Like, no, it's like you're not gonna deny the fact that you are like a mean person or that you didn't have my best interest at heart. You don't have my best interest at heart, and especially if I'm coming to you and tell you that I know it, and then you sitting here with a fake cry. Not like you continuing the manipulation and being trying to corrupt the truth, and it's just like, bro, now I see that I really can't trust you, I don't want to be around you. And like, see, before I was talking about the reptile is looking in this direction, now he turned his head and try to make you feel like you're the problem or you're the person because they can't control you. And it's just like, or you should feel shameful. You shouldn't feel ashamed for not being brainwashed and controlled by somebody and seeing through their bullshit. Okay? Like, it's not, there's nothing to be ashamed about. And with the like denying or denial, they will deny taking responsibility and then will project it or carpet sweep it and push it under the rug as if it was okay, and discriminate, or you're allowing certain, like brushing it under the rug with certain people and denying the fact that they are mean to you time and time again, and they show their true colors to you multiple times, and it's probably time to walk away. And when you walk away, they probably try to make it seem like you're with the problem, and might make you feel shameful, but you shouldn't, because you weren't the problem. They're weird and they cannot take responsibility for their actions, and it's just like, weird. What? Like, but then if you try, like, let's say you tell the whole story, right? And that's when things are being seen clearly for how it really is. Then they will see, like, yeah, no, you're the one corrupting things. This person was, you know, should have been, no, was fine getting away. And once you get away, you're protected, right? Or simply you're being protected right now, trying to say, look, you need to get away from something because these two came out together while this one came out. It's affecting your inspiration and your dreams, right? And then we have water element again. So you need to reflect on what you want to do in life and your dreams and your aspirations and your goals. And don't let somebody try to corrupt you from doing it and hold you back from doing that. At the bottom of the deck, we have earth element, survival, adaptability, and reliable. Clearly this person is not reliable, and they're not reliable for your survival. They showed you that time and time again. They will fuck you over. Like, if, let's put this in animal terms. Like, if let's say you was a duck, two ducks, right? Or a group of ducks, okay? Ducklings, just walking around, waddling around. And let's say a predator comes. That whole group from time and time again showed you they will sacrifice you. Okay? They will leave you. Why would you continue to be there or feel like they're reliable to keep you safe or protect you or anything of that nature? They showed you time and time again they're not. Right? Because right behind it is that feeling safe, wisdom keeper, and concern. You're concerned about your safety and your ability to rely on people. You cannot rely on those people, which is why you need to have a bubble around you. Starseed, remember who the hell you are. Don't let them corrupt your thoughts and your memory. To know who you are, to feel more safe within yourself, because that's root chakra, is the red. And feel more safe in yourself and trusting your intuition and the message that you're receiving to notice when people are trying to play you or project their problems onto you and move away from it. Let's see if there's anything else before I try to go to tarot. Anything else? Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, now we have grays, tall, organized, and intimidating. Right? And you see how they have multiple tubes here, right? Look at that person on the table, trying to brainwash them. They trying to get multiple things, multiple people around them, okay? That's similar to them to probably not have to change, just stick with the same regular degular thing as if it's, good or ethical to do that. And discriminate anything that's, comes in a way of changing that. And, bring them off that high horse and make them face reality, and see things for how it really truly is. Oh, okay, let me read out the numbers. So we have 17, 25, 7, 12, 3, 9, 35, 36. Ooh, I didn't realize that. 35, 36, 29, 40. So we have, in numerology, we have 8, 7. We have 7 next to each other. So we have 8, 7, 7. So it decreases. So that's a good thing. Maybe you're starting to realize, and the situation de-escalates. Then we have 3, 3, 9, 8, 9, 2, 4. So we had 2 7s, 2 3s, 2 9s. Oh, 2 8s. So 8 is about yourself. 3 is about expression. So it's about how do you express yourself. And 7 is about reflecting back on and it's also about your luck. So it's reflecting on your future and your dreams and stuff like that. What do you reflect this here? And nine. There we go. I was I know there's another number. It was 9. 9 is releasing. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Cups, which is all about a spiritual journey and like going up, a spiritual journey or a spiritual quest to gain confidence and build confidence and stuff like that. But we have the Knight of Cups with the Three of Swords, which is all about like heartbreak and like being stabbed in the heart, like betrayal, stuff like that, stabbed in the heart, breaking broken heart, however way. And the Two of Wands, which is all about like processing the choices that are in front of you to to create the word that you want to create and what you want to move forward on. Then we have the Five of Pentacles, which is all about like being out in the cold and not seeking help when you need to seek help. And then we have the Queen of Swords, which is like cold detachment. When she cut things out with like a cold detachment. So like it could be once you look now. She cut things out with cold detachment, but she also is very big on the truth and morals and have integrities and stuff like that. So with this corruption and stuff like that, once she sees clearly and like sees it clearly, like have like a full, like gain that like full perspective on what really happening, what's going on, she will cut it out if it doesn't like benefit her. And then this doesn't benefit you if they discriminating against you, making you feel misunderstood and projecting their problems onto you. Now you feel shameful, guilty for something that you shouldn't feel guilty about. And now we have a Tower, which is all about it's divine intervention that cause like a sudden change in your life. So it could be when, let's say you find like stand up for yourself and walk away from this person or cut out the people. Could be, I don't know. There's just a lot of bubbles behind this person, right? I don't know if that's how many people you're releasing, let's say, because there's 3 here, right? But then it's 2 bubbles here. I don't know. It could be a group of people because we have cult. So, it could be a group of people. It could just simply be one person. But, oops, sorry, kick the camera. But let's say once you walk away from them and cut those people out, it might cause like a Tower moment for some people, like, because it's a sudden change out of nowhere that no one expected, especially if they was doing this for a long period of time, and because with philosophy, like I was saying, with philosophy here twice, let's say you allowed them to get away with this for like a long period of time, and then you release it, it's just like whoa, it's might be unexpected for them. For you to just simply walk away out of nowhere or stand up for yourself and be like, you're done. That might be, real different. But you have to stand up for yourself and do what's right for you to survive. Like I was saying before, they showed you time and time again that they're not reliable. They cannot be trusted. They do not have your best interest at heart. You need to have your best interest at heart if that's the case. We have the Three of Pentacles, which is all about like teamwork and foundations and stuff like that. So like I was saying before, like it could be a group of people or simply one person. And then at the bottom of this deck, we have Strength, which could be like pride, ego, strength, courage, but also like fear or stuff like that. So don't try to stay friends with somebody because of the thing, like superficial reasons, like because being their friend benefits you some way and somehow, because then you just doing it, you just staying friends with somebody out of pride and ego. And like I was saying earlier, like a special, if you have gifts and certain abilities, they're gonna start fading or closing away. You might not be able to really tap into it more, or do much as you used to, because you're becoming something that you're not. You're allowed people to make you feel ashamed of your special abilities. And like, don't get me wrong, like being an empath, it's great, don't get me wrong, but then sometimes like it's real hard when you like around like a lot of unethical people and corrupt people and money minded people that would just manipulate to get more money and stuff like that. It's really annoying, it's real draining, because you're not on the same, like I was saying over here, there's all about like raising vibrations. You see like the little bubbles behind them. You'll be on a different level, like different vibrating on a different level than those kind of people. And they will always not understand you or misunderstand what you're saying, because they're not where you at. They won't understand that there's a better way to go about getting what you want. You don't have to corrupt or manipulate or, just like simply cast people off because they don't fit into your little category. You can't brainwash them into doing what you want to do. Maybe you need to change, right? Look at yourself. Like, am I the problem? Or if they really the problem? Because not like you could be saying something is the problem when they're not really the problem. Sometimes they are the problem. You need to really kick them out. But first you got to, reflect, write it down, see things clearly before simply saying you're the problem. That's the problem. To figure out why that, like, but in this example, right? Let's say someone's give you the silent treatment, right? And you're angry to why this person give you the silent treatment. So you go stomp up to them and try to give them a piece of your mind. Rather than doing that, think about why the hell they will be giving you the silent treatment. If you didn't do anything, okay, simply wait until they're ready to talk to you. Maybe it's not you. The world doesn't revolve around you, okay? Or you simply did something and now they need a minute to think about what they want to say to you, rather than just blurting everything out at one point, and like at that one point, because they might say something that hurts your feelings, and now your feelings hurt, and that leads to an argument where you could have just let that person alone, let them calm down, let them reflect on what they need to say and what they want to say, so when y'all come together, y'all can actually build and move forward on something, rather than arguing that doesn't get y'all anywhere. That's one thing. But in order to do that, right, to avoid an argument, people have to own up and take responsibility for their actions, rather than simply pointing the finger to this person, rather than like, oh, I'm upset because you haven't talked to me and you gave me the silent treatment and I actually was wrong and da-da-da-da-da. Like, bruh. Okay, then it becomes, you did this, and the third, and that's why I'm not talking. That does not help anybody, bro. Like, that doesn't help anybody. Like, give them time to cool down, to gather their thoughts, from them to come to you and say what they need to say. But if they're not owning up to their, like, okay, if they won't own up and like see like what their actions did to cause you to feel this way, and they always did that, like I always, from time and time again, and if somebody else would have done that, or somebody in the past done that, and you simply cut them off and walked away from them, why are you allowing this person to do it? And then we have the 10 of Cups, which is all about fantasy and illusions. But it could also be like a wish fulfilled. What's at the bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords, which is all about like looking over your shoulder and like, you can't really be happy around these people without looking over your shoulder. Then find a place where you can be happy generally, where you don't have to look over your shoulder. Because the page of swords could also be disappointment. So these people, time and time again, repeatedly disappoint you, and because you feel misunderstood, so you can't really say, you can't really be yourself or feel free to be yourself, because they're trying to change you into something that they, you know, want you to be. And okay, it was like 2 cars flipped. It like it was like a multi-flip in like 2 different places. Right, so until you get, but the Queen of Swords, like I was saying, until you can see clearly who is on your team and who is not on your team, you will just be living this illusion that things are happy, as like when they're really not. And your actual true happiness could be protected until you raise your vibration and move away from certain people, release things to take the steps to uncover your actual true happiness. Because the Daughter of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles came back. But the Emperor, who was already at the, like, right behind at the bottom of the deck. So you're disappointed by these people that are trying to control you. And you're disappointed by these people that are trying to control you, right? Or the fact that you don't have control over your own life. You can be disappointed about that too, right? And that's causing you to feel shy, timid, and misunderstood. But then it's like, don't give your control to somebody else. Don't give your power away. Stand up and say what you need to say with the blue here, you know. That's expression, throat chakra, vocalizing, speaking about your feelings, and how, because Pentacles is all about stability and grounding and stuff like that. You don't feel, okay, safe and secure around these people. You feel out of control. And it's disappointing. Let's say like that you were their friends and you like were able to like at one point like build something solid and be happy with no problem. Okay, like right now at this time you outgrew them, and it's okay. It's, you know, don't just stay in something to try to control the situation, because you're gonna be more and more disappointed the more you realize that you can't rely on these people because you outgrow them, and they're just, you know, trying to project their problems onto you as if you're the cause of them when you're really not the cause, and they don't want to deal with what they want to deal with. They want to either shift blame, carpet sweep, or just pretend like everything is fine. Then all together, little clump, we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is all about like persevering, but also could be like being defensive. And then we have Temperance, which is about testing the waters and feeling things out in moderation, and like until you find like a sense of balance in yourself. And that takes time. So the Temperance card is also about patience. And then we have the Five of Wands, which is competition or battling. It could be like a friendly competition or like a battle. No one ever knows, okay? We don't really know. Okay, if it's a friendly competition, right? That's cool, you know. There's no hatred, no jealousy or anything, right? It's friendly. But with this corruption and unethical, it's not a friendly. It's a straight up battle. And it's like once you realize or see that, because we have the Three of Cups, which is all about they don't say like Three Cups is all about like celebration, but it's also about like expression and speaking your emotions and flow of emotions and stuff like that. So, and then we have the Sun at the bottom of the deck, which is all about illuminating and seeing the truth or showing the truth, right? And with Temperance here, with Temperance is also like an angel, right? And balancing things is mind, body, soul, and spirit, right? And then we have like the Tree of Life, the integrating. It takes some time to do that, like I was saying, because your body needs different things to feel safe and secure than your soul would need. Like your soul just needs love, honestly, because that's what your soul speaks, love and truth. And well, love, love is honest. It doesn't hurt or stuff like that. It's genuine and stuff like that. And mind, body, soul, your mind, everybody mind needs something different, okay? But you could be fighting to get all those in balance, right, to come together because of this corruption that you're might having being a hard time to see through because of this projecting things onto you. Take responsibility for the things you can take responsibility for. And forgive. I know it might be hard to forgive people even if you didn't get an apology, but still, you still have to forgive them for the corruption that they did or the unethical thing that they did. Forgive yourself for not knowing at that time the unethical things that they was doing or being able to see the unethical thing that they was doing. And that starts to help you move on and feel more happier, light, and free. Because, like I was saying, like before, the Nine of Wands is all about persevering, and Temperance is all about patience and time. It takes time to to test out the waters, find out what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and you have to keep fighting to get what you deserve, which is to be accepted for who you are, the way that you are. Or, because not like I was saying before, like if you try to become something that you're not, it takes a while to, be able to use your special abilities, your special gifts, your spiritual gifts, okay? Because you have to pretty much relearn all of it, like all over. And let's say you was able to do it when you was a kid and you didn't know what the hell you did, okay? You just, boom, it was there. And now you actually have to learn how to tap into those things and do those things again. There's a battle and a war, right? But you have to continue fighting and keep pushing it forward to stand up for what is right for you. Let's see if there's anything else. Okay. One more card. And then I'll hurry up and wrap up this reading. first of all. It's like they jumping out, but then won't flip over. Okay. Queen of Cups. She can give and receive love. She also holds the Ace of Cups, okay? So she can give the whole Ace of Cups and receive the whole Ace of Cups for no problem. She's caring, she's loving, she's nurturing, and intuitive, right? And then we, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords, which is very impulsive, but so he comes in like very impulsively and kind of rush. So it's like, don't rush to love yourself or give yourself the love that you need to give, or don't try to rush into giving somebody else the love that you really should be giving yourself. Reflect on, I would say, like the type of relationships you want to have with people and the type of friendships you want to have with people. And reflect on the type of friendships you've been having and that you have been attracting. And, you know, then write the friendships that you want to attract and what you want, what a friend means to you, what a person means, or a partner means to you, and stuff like that. And yeah, rather than just jumping from relationship to relationship, you know, take that little break to love yourself. It's not that bad. Let's see. Okay. When I was shuffling for this card, another card fell out. But it didn't flip. So that's how I know it was another card that I was supposed to pull. If y'all ever wondering. So we have the Six of Cups, which is all about like past and like looking at your past, reflecting about the past, like I was just saying. And did we have past life somewhere? No, that was a whole different reading. But yeah, don't continue being loyal to somebody because of how they were in the past. Because we have the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And the Eight of Swords is all about like self-betrayal, overthinking. And underneath that is the Nine of Swords, which is all anxiety, stress, insomnia. Oh, yo, I shit you not. We have 8, 9, 10, and then went to the 4. Okay, like, what the fuck? It's once you see clearly, right? Reflect, right? And like I was saying earlier, like forgive them and forgive yourself, right? Because like I was saying before, it's self-betrayal. You didn't see that these people was corrupt, and you continue time and time again to give them the benefit of the doubt. Forgive yourself for that. And forgive them for their evil, corrupt ways. And, you know, you will feel less stress and anxiety. You know, things start coming to the end. That Ten of Swords, you know, yeah, because the Ten of Swords is like a brutal, like a brutal ending, like brutal. I'm gonna use my Rebel deck. Seeing already been here for like damn near an hour. I might as well make it a whole hour. Okay, the card that fell on the floor. JK didn't flip over, so this deck has one thing to say. But yeah, they don't let somebody try to brainwash you into convincing that, you know, they have your best interest at heart when they really don't. Okay. We have that project, that person, that idea is waiting. Get after that shit. The world has your back. Ooh. Oh, so let me explain. That card got caught in a little candle mishap. So it's actually a part of this deck, but oh, the card that fell out earlier came back again. It's actually a part of this deck, but that card got burnt to the point that it was just best to write it on another card. So we have time to let go. Move the fuck on. See? Like I was saying, if it's a group of people, they showed you time and time again, they are not trustworthy. You cannot rely on them. They will backstab you. They will sacrifice you. With no problem. If you continue to stay there and continue to be there, who's really to blame at this point? Like, it's why would you continue to stay someplace? Why would you continue to stay with people that will literally stab you in your back, and you know they will stab you in your back? Because the page is like the page of swords. You have to continue to look over your shoulder, keep an eye on them, to make sure that they ain't doing something crazy, right? Or trying to stab you in your back. Like, you can't be your vulnerable. You can't be vulnerable. You can't be yourself. You can't be your authentic self, because they just try to take it and make you feel shameful. Why would you try to be there? Stay someplace like that, or communicate with those people. Maybe you need them for like a point in time in your life. Okay, let them be in that point in time and move on and move forward. You don't have to continue being someplace or staying stuck in some place. Like I was saying with the releasing karma. If it's a contract, you already, the contract's up. You don't have to continue. If it's a lease and the lease is up, I mean, squatters' rights. But if the lease is up and they coming to tell you like, yeah, you can't live here anymore, and you still trying to live here, and then be surprised when you get evicted, who's really the person to blame? Okay? Like, they told you it was up, So then we have step away from the crazy ass diet for a hot second. Kale tastes like ass. And then we have eat some yummy shit. Bacon, chocolate, beer, get some. Ooh, I mean, I don't know if y'all watched Love Is Blind. I did. It's kind of, it's a good show. I get laughs out of it. But the love be real. So then it's like, oh, and especially when they crying, and if it's a real sweet moment, then I might cry. Like, so. But in one of those episodes, I think like somebody was trying to, convince the person that they should, ease up on what they're eating and stuff like that. Watch what they're eating. And then try to deny it. And it was just like, yeah, no, that's not okay. Like, that's not okay. And, or like I was saying earlier, even on that show, with somebody else that was like, looks fucking matter. But then you went on Love Is Blind. Like, that makes no sense. Then we have, you need some fucking yoga in your life. Ancient shit is cool. Yeah. Some downward dog, some cat tails, warrior pose, chair pose. I like the cobra. It's stretch out your lower back. Could do dead bug. I don't really. But yeah. See what it's saying. I'm gonna do a self-care card, then I'm gonna close with affirmations like I normally. Well, I haven't been doing that lately. But this one seemed like it needs some affirmations. Okay? Some self-care and some affirmations to help you let go of these people and walk the fuck away. Right? To get back to who you truly are authentically. Right? And because we have that shadow self, and then we have starseed. Like, baby, you need to remember who the F you are and get back to it. And don't allow Don't allow nobody to change you or make you feel inferior, because you're not inferior. You know, you probably, or they try to make you feel inferior, bro. Just simply, they're not your people. They're not your friends. Go find actual, genuine, true friends that will keep it 100% and honest with you. And genuinely honest. They're not trying to be brutal and hurt your feelings and make you feel shameful or anything like that. Okay. We have connect with the earth. And I was saying earlier with the root chakra, being grounded. However we connect, it could be like walking around barefoot, touching a tree, sitting outside, going on a hike. I haven't gone on a hike in forever. Walking in the woods. Yo, that should be fun. You know, however way, you know, to connect with the earth, to clear your mind so that these answers can come to you. You can get them and receive them and trust them that is actually trying to help you, not confuse you even more. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, we have spend time with friends. Genuine friends, I will say. Genuine, true friends. And at the bottom, under that, if you don't want to spend time with friends, if you don't know who you can trust, okay, we have be still. Okay. We have be still, which is pretty much meditation. So it's just, you know, if you don't have like true genuine friends you feel like you can truly trust, you can simply be by yourself, meditate in your room. Okay. Okay. Let's see. How do I feel about accepting my negative qualities? Am I able to accept myself whole? Okay, hold on. And then the affirmation for that is I accept all my quirks and uniqueness, right? If they try to make you feel weird and try to, you know, find somebody that will accept you, quirks and all. Like My Hero Academia. Like, there's people with quirks as regular people, and then there's like people that don't have special abilities or anything like that. Don't make somebody try to make you feel weird because you have abilities and they don't. If they don't understand it, there's probably not meant for them to understand. And when they do understand it, you know, it might be a little bit too late. And then the next card we have is what emotions am I currently feeling on a regular that are not serving my growth? Okay. And then the affirmation for that is I am healing more and more every day. And that's all that matters, honestly, with that Temperance card. Everyone heals at their own time and their own pace. As long as you're healing and taking responsibility and owning up and taking, you know, responsibility for your actions and what you can and can't do. You know, knowing your strengths and knowing your weaknesses and knowing and knowing your strengths and knowing your weaknesses and accepting yourself for who you truly are with no problem. Okay, first of all, there's a lot of affirmations coming out, so okay, I think we're done. Like I said, I knew there was a lot of affirmations that need to be said here. So next one is, do I ever feel like giving up? What should I do when I feel like quitting? And the affirmation is, Never give up because great things take time. But also with that Temperance card, is trying to teach you patience. How can I understand myself better? Who am I? What do I want to do? I am safe to be my true, authentic self. Like I was saying earlier. You don't try to jump into relationships or friendships that, aren't meant for you. And try to change yourself for somebody else, because it's not going to work out. And it's not going to really last, because at some point in time, you're going to be tired of playing that character and putting on that persona that, yeah. And you're going to stop trying to be that person and actually be your true self. And then all of a sudden things start falling apart and stop working because they don't know who that person is. And some people might not even take the time out to learn you for who you truly are. They would just rather the character and persona that you had on. And then the next question is, when do I feel most in tune with myself? I will never let my thoughts control the way I feel. What is working well in my life right now? How will I live my life differently if I knew no one would judge me? I breathe in confidence and exhale fear. That corruption and that shame and that shadow, like I said. But hey, if you wouldn't believe me, the affirmation is trying to say, like, yeah, she was kind of right. She touched on a lot of things, but she was right. Next we have, what are my hopes and dreams for the next 5 years? What is my plan? I am happy. I'm a happy person who has many hopes and dreams. What does happiness means to you? What makes you happy? Oh shit. Sorry. I choose happy. But like I was saying earlier, like you have defined what friendship means to you, define what a relationship means to you, define what what it will look like. What do yours look like? Because everybody want a relationship looks different. Next question is, what is the worst that could happen if I take action on my goals? What tasks do I need to do this week to move towards my goal? And the affirmation is, I will never give up. We had that twice. Something about, never giving up because great things take time, and just don't give up. Because it's what you want is protected. Your dreams are pretty much protected until you learn the lessons that you need to learn and acquire the things that you need to acquire to achieve those lessons. And if you change yourself for somebody, if you change yourself and like push certain abilities away, you have to tap back into those things. Like I was saying before, like your root chakra maybe is blocked right now, which causes you to feel insecure, and that's affecting your self-esteem, how you feel about yourself, and because of that is affecting your solar plexus. You don't really take action on things that you should take actions on, and your heart, you feel things with no problems, but you might not be vocalizing your feelings, and like you're feeling them, that's fine. Unless you're shutting them down and not trying to feel them, then now your heart chakra blocked. Okay, and once the heart chakra block is because it's pretty much the bridge to the upper and the lower. It causes a lot of problems, and your throat chakra, expression, speaking your truth, and stuff like that. Then the next and last card. What emotions or feelings are least helpful to me when making decisions? What kind of feelings do I want to have at the end of the day? The affirmations is I am in control of my thoughts and feelings and choices. Wasn't yeah. Have the I will not let my thoughts control the way I feel. Okay. And now we have you are in control of those things. You don't let them control you. You control it. But yeah, that's all I'm seeing for this reading. If you feel like this reading resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, I hope you do great. Stand up for yourself. Set those boundaries. Um, don't let nobody play with you. Don't play with yourself. Like don't don't sleep on yourself. Okay? But yeah. Bye.